All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the spring scramble. Of course, we got cut off, network issues, whatever. It seems to be a recurring thing whenever we try to go live. Might have to call the insurance people, internet people, and complain, whatever. Anyway, let's pick up where we left off. I believe we cut off at Chase Bell. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the second half of our bracket here. We're going to start things off yet again here with Anthony Katina. Let's take a look at what he has to say here in the first round of the spring scramble.
Who is the first great? Better than great. No one can imitate Stud Muffin, the light, soon to be the next heavyweight champion of the world. If the first answer in your mind is anyone but the six-tool product Anthony Katina, then it's clear your mother should have swallowed you and tried again. Now, obviously, I've got more talent and more charisma than not only this little pissant Chase Bell, but the entire CWF roster. That's why I've had appearances at AEW, at the WWE, just to name a few. And you know why? It's because I'm a winner. I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence. That's who I am. That's the real me. And soon, very, very soon, not only CWF, Coastal Wrestling Federation, will recognize, but the entire world will recognize that I am exactly what I claim to be, and that is not only the six-tool product Anthony Katina, but the whole damn show.
Strong words from Anthony Katina in his round one promo in the spring scramble. Let's take a look at his opponent here, Chase Bell, as he looks to step up and move on to round two, the quarterfinals of the spring scramble. Let's hear from his opponent, Chase Bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chase Bell, and I have an exclusive sit-down interview with the one, the only, the main attraction himself, Chase Bell. Mr. Bell, it's an honor to have you on the show.
Pleasure to be here.
It's come to our attention that you have entered in Coastal Wrestling Federation Spring Scramble Tournament to crown the next challenger for the CWF Heavyweight Championship.
You'd be correct.
Now, it's no secret that you have won championships and trophies from all around, so I must ask you, why Florida? Why CWF?
Well, much like my potential, the world is seemingly limitless, and a world so large needs someone to explore, nay, conquer it. And who better than the main attraction himself?
So brave. Now, Chase, we've established that you are handsome, young, talented, incredibly athletic, a superstar in the making, and dare I say, so darn charming. But do you really think that those qualities can make you the next CWF Heavyweight Champion?
It looks like the question has been asked. Do his qualities and does his promo make him worthy of moving on to round two of the CWF Spring Scramble? So there you have it, Anthony Katina versus Chase Bell. Remember to decide who you want to pick out of those two to move on to the quarterfinals. Let's move on here to our next round. We've got Jake Capone versus Cavron Canyon. Let's hear what Jake has to say.
CWF, Coastal Wrestling Federation. You know, I find it fitting that there's a storm happening while I'm filming this because there's getting ready to be a storm that's coming to the Coastal Wrestling Federation. That storm is the Emerald Empire, whether it be myself, Jake Capone, or my tag team partner, Aaron James. You know, you're running this tournament to see who's going to be the next big star to face Slingshot Chaddix. Well, we're already big stars. We don't have to be the next big star. The Emerald Empire is the best tag team in the Gulf Coast area. We're the best wrestlers in the Gulf Coast area. So the storm's coming, and the CWF is really close to finding out exactly why we're known as the Modern Day Horsemen.
There you have it, Jake Capone with some words there for the CWF. Let's take a look at his opponent, Cameron, as he looks to move on to the quarterfinals.
Yeah. Coastal Wrestling Federation, I am the redneck ruler, Capone Canyon. I am the hardest hitting, fastest rising star in the South. And as for Jake Capone and every other mother shucker in this tournament, welcome to the dirty South.
Does the old adage remain true that actions speak louder than words? As you see there, Cameron with a very, very interesting promo there. Good showing in the first round. So let's go ahead and remember, you got to pick between Jake Capone and Canyon, to see who moves on into the quarterfinals. Let's move on to our next bracket. We've got Christian Garrett taking on Dale Springs. Here's Christian Garrett up first in the first round of the Spring Scramble.
Ever since arriving at Coastal Wrestling Federation, Christian Garrett has been able to show you, the CWF fan base, exactly what I'm capable of doing in the ring. And now with Spring Scramble upon us, I have the opportunity to show you where I'm capable of being. See, for 4 years, I have fought and scratched and clawed my way to the top to be able to be in the main event of CWF, and more importantly, to take care of your champion, Slingshot Shaddix. And that is ironclad.
Ironclad indeed, as Christian Garrett has words. Yet another competitor has words for the CWF champion, Slingshot Shaddix. Let's take a look at his opponent, Dale Springs, in round 1 of the Spring Scramble.
Coastal Wrestling Federation, you have yourselves a 16-man promo tournament titled the Spring Scramble 2K20 to see who gets a shot at the CWF Heavyweight Championship. And yours truly has been entered in. The key word is a tournament. And tournaments are my specialty. You see, I've been through many tournaments, and the outcome was the same: me on top. I don't care who I have to go through in that playing field, but the same outcome is going to happen, as the man under par, the Godfather, Dale Springs, will be on top, and as always, will be under par.
Will Dale Springs, in fact, be under par in this tournament, or will this be the first tournament that he loses? Who knows? It's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to you to decide. Christian Garrett or Dale Springs, who will move on to the quarterfinals? In the meantime, let's move on to the final bracket in this first round. Let's look at Aaron James versus Zack Mosley, right here on the Spring Scramble.
Whenever the Coastal Wrestling Federation approached me to do their promotional tournament, they said, Aaron James, if you win, you get a championship match at an unspecified date and time. And that seems to be the par for the course in this territory. Always dangling a carrot in front of my face, telling me to get with the program, follow the rules, and that is absolutely not what Aaron James is about. And then you're going to leave it up to the fans to vote for a winner when we know damn well that the fans absolutely hate me because I'm everything that they want to be but can't. And that is athletic, intelligent, good looking with a fat wallet and plenty of cars and motorcycles and women to ride whenever I choose to. So Coastal Wrestling Federation, you can continue to dangle that carrot in front of my face. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna beat you with it. I'm gonna crash that glass ceiling that's always above me, and I'm gonna take what I want when I want. and there's nothing that any of you can do about it, because when you're Mr. Emerald Coast Aaron James, you know that violence is golden.
Is violence indeed golden? We may find out. I mean, we've seen some physicality from Mr. James in the past in the CWF. Will he have a chance to show that physicality against Slingshot Shaddix if he wins this promo tournament, the Spring Scramble here at the CWF? So let's go ahead and look at our last competitor here tonight. Let's see what Zack Mosley has to say in round one.
Wake up, sheeple. This is Zack Mosley, the most educated, best looking, toughest, and most exotic wrestler in America today. CWF fans, Aaron Idol, and everybody else in the Spring Scramble better listen up and listen close. Aaron, I've been knowing you for a long time, and you already know Zack Mosley is money. And I'd never stoop to the level of bringing up our past. I'd never tell people about the time you came out the curtain looking like a greased up pig and I kicked your face straight back down your neck, boy. I won't bring that up to anybody, because anybody looking at me, unless they're a complete idiot, knows I'm the man who deserves that title shot. And I'm the man who's going to come and beat down every star at CWF. So anybody who's in this promo tournament, get ready, because Zack Mosley's coming.
Strong words from Zack Mosley, strong words from Aaron James. Let's see who actually you, the fans, feel deserves to move on to the quarterfinals. Here's one last look at our bracket, ladies and gentlemen. We saw Ryan Piles take on D3, Corey and Constantine take on Van Christopher. We saw Blanco Loco take on Donnie Janela. We saw Jonah Turk deliver his work. We saw Anthony Katina take on Chase Bell. We saw Jake Capone and Cavron Canyon, Christian Garrett, Dale Springs, and finally we saw Aaron James take on Zack Mosley. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's all in your hands. It's up to you to decide who deserves to move on to the quarterfinals of the Spring Scramble. Voting will open immediately after that. Well, not immediately after this. Probably, let's say 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, voting will open. Visit our Facebook and our Instagram pages to let your voice be heard. This is one of the few times that the future of the CWF Championship will be in your hands. So don't miss this opportunity. Once again, I am Marshall Briggs, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to you letting your voice be heard. Look forward to you telling us who you think deserves to move on in this promo tournament. The quarterfinals will begin next week. We'll probably start posting videos a couple days after that. In the meantime, let your voice be heard, make your vote, follow all of our social media accounts, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and of course here on Facebook. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.